And as we continue to celebrate Black History Month, we're sharing the legacy of an incredible Virginia midwife.
She raised her family in Waverly while also traveling to help bring hundreds of new little lives into the world. Anna B. Turner has been honored for her service, and she has a special connection to NBC 12. Jasmine Turner shares her story with us.
And I believe today, because of who she was, is who we are.
In this still and quiet town, you'll uncover stories too powerful to ever find themselves lost.
The house was so lonely when she had to leave, but we knew she loved what she did, bringing a new life into the world.
Loretta Majette wrote down these words that flowed from her heart.
If it wasn't for her, I actually wouldn't know what the people would have done. To me, she was like a doctor and a nurse combined.
It is an ode to a midwife, paying homage to Anna B. Turner.
It's Black history because she was a Black woman. She was a Black shero, but it's everybody's history because her practice was not limited to African Americans. Anyone who needed to have birthing services called Miss Anna.
I look at these photos and simply stare in awe of a woman who helped secure my place in this world.
Were it not for Grandma Anna, your dad might not be here.
This midwife is my great-grandmother. In midwifery, their work was known as catching or receiving babies, and for 47 years, Grandma Anna worked in Sussex County, Virginia. My cousins and family historians, Tawana Green and Loretta, say Anna B. received training from the Sussex Health Department, but her work extended beyond these roads.
The cost of having a baby in the hospital was prohibitive. And then also, sometimes we weren't allowed in the hospitals. So she was the option for us.
I remember the days, nights, weekends, and holidays that my grandmother grabbed her black bag.
Loretta was not received by Grandma Anna, more than likely because she was helping another family when Loretta was born. But she was raised by Grandma Anna in Waverly.
How many babies do you think were born from the 1930s when she started until 67?
I imagine it was way over 1,000. She cared more about what she did than what she was getting paid. She only charged $10 back in those days.
Other times she came home with ham or eggs or whatever the family could afford.
Giving birth to 11 of her own children, she went on to ensure among the hundreds, 37 of her own grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren were safely born at home.
She was also an example of other people that we don't know about, because in rural areas, I mean, midwives were crucial.
In 2016, an email from Tawana came across his desk, and Bill Lohman, a columnist with the Richmond Times-Dispatch, read a story he wanted to share.
They were totally unsung. I mean, the people that they helped certainly knew them, but they just sort of went from house to house and family to family and did this tremendous service.
A Sussex County midwife gets her due.
If you create these little stories about real people that are in the public domain, I mean, in a way, you're preserving their history for somebody.
Her flowers on this earth came from all of the beating hearts she heard, from the moment of their first breath and watching the newborns grow into adults.
I just didn't know how important she was until after she was gone. I wish that she was still here so I could tell her, Mom, you were so great and I love you.
In 2016, her due came from a state proclamation, certificates, and the town of Waverly naming her a hero.
You're smiling.
Yeah.
I'm smiling because you're proud.
I am. I'm proud of her work. When we investigated, when we dug in to find out exactly the scope of her work, everybody felt a sense of pride.
So may her work forever speak loudly through the voices of generations here and still to come, as we not only preserve, but live out the legacy of Grandma Anna.
She was a warrior. She was special.
And my
my family's work to preserve the history of Grandma Anna continues. So maybe you were born in Sussex or surrounding areas. We encourage you to check your birth certificate if you were born at home. And if Anna B. Turner was your midwife, feel free to reach out to me to share your story.
It's amazing.
What a neat legacy.
Thank
And we were sort of joking, but it's so interesting that you talk about catching a baby. Talk about why that is.
Yeah, so while I was researching for this story, I was told by a midwife in the Washington, D.C. area that you deliver pizzas, but you catch or receive babies.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
the terminology, that was kind of what she did to give me some knowledge
Right.
there.
That is
Very
so neat.
interesting.
Yeah, very cool. Thanks a lot, Jasmine.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.